Hello there, greetings. I believe the Islands of Adventure video was uploaded, so it's tomorrow upload Epcot. So kind of gave you a little bit of a bonus. Oh yeah, about the Super Bowl. I mentioned this yesterday or today, whatever. At least for upload. What felt during the Super Bowl was like Patriots. It kept coming, Patriots. And then obviously when they lost, it felt like there was some kind of interference by another team win. And what's funny is the quarterback that was like the second quarterback wasn't the main one. The backup quarterback is the one that won the game, which is good. So that's a good one. So as for what's going on there, because let me tell Patriots would not. I mean, that's all I saw was So that's interesting how that works. So as for the details of it, I don't know the whole. Either way, that was interesting. So, as for I got a request or something, at least one that should be looked into as for subject, and it's about demons. Now I'm going to put the title of that at the top of the video instead of just. I mean, I'm being kind of careful in mentioning going into this because I want to speak people up. Obviously, a lot of people are already aware of it, but I've still been kind of careful with it. It'll probably become the norm eventually, but to go into I went into this before a while ago. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. I don't think it was last week. Do I talk about this every week and just forget? I don't think so. But I have brought it up, and this time I'm going to more like label it. And also a download I got to in the morning about talking about how isolated our world truly is. At least giving an idea of what a prison world. I mean, it's pretty obvious how a prison world operates. I mean, you can pretty much tell, but also give a different perspective of it, which is things that probably maybe glanced on here and there, but to kind of bring it up of how isolated we are and how we are breaking free of it. Especially, I mean, it's basically for those that don't believe in any of this or whatever, just skeptical and enjoy their prison life in prison. So that's fine. So let's give her a different perspective, take it out as well. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go with all this, but let's step into it. So to go into a more, it's a touchy subject, but might as well. This is a video that inspired the whole spirit guides turned out to be demons. So that's pretty scary stuff. So I'll go into that. Let's see. We also have ivantor.com. We have private sessions. Maybe. Depending as this loads. Open this week. You see the calendar here. There are other ways of purchase. Google Hangouts, Skype, and Zoom channeling. Channeling by phone. Also have iTunes and iPhone and Android. Also, to give a slight announcement, also, I'm going to add messaging to my app, and that's kind of like the second social network interaction. So if you want to get away, and you can. I'm still trying to figure out the whole thing, but it'll be a while. But I can give you an insight into that. So just messaging if you want to get away from Facebook and just open up my app and to connect to people that are there. And then you can post and things like sort. I haven't seen the interface, but once I do, I will make it known. So that's going to be a while for that to come about. So that's pretty interesting. Man, we're running slow here, aren't we? I don't know if it's my internet or it's the site. Also have questions here. I'm about a week behind now, so you can submit a question. I also have a slight announcement. I'm not sure what I'm working on a way to make this an easier process, where basically it's very similar to Spirit Social, where you can just, like here, you can just post your question. You know, you have a, you have this, and you can post your question and then just add to cart. Of course, you had to add your email over and over again if you had multiple questions, or just post them all here. So for this slide, I'm trying to do something, trying to be as useful as possible, basically. So this one doesn't, yeah, I'll probably take out email and leave name, but either way, it's, you probably more instructions, but either way, I'm trying to make it a little bit more sufficient, or maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Trying to make it easier. Also, that's why I have an alternative payment where you don't have to, if you're paying through PayPal, you just click the button, pay, and then you get a question page. Up here, it's not very clear because you get an email with the link, which isn't so bad, but those that are new to all this don't know about it. So we'll see. And the reason for this is this side, one of these don't work. So we have, so Spirit Social, we have submit question, healing, past life regression. Message from Yeshua channeling for consulting, and 5-minute healing. And one question from a day, chakra healing from a day. Joe Reiki from Miguel, and healing from Nick, and Yosium and her services here. And we'll see about the whole page. Even Spirit Social, I have to work on a little bit to make a little bit more sense. And also we have the Jake comic here. Issue 3 is, well, getting closer and closer. I also have Oracle cards. And let's see, anything else? Oh yes, the social network here. Still working on this here and there. So yeah, definitely it should be easy to sign up with Facebook. So definitely recommend if you want to learn new things that's away from Facebook. If you want to just get away from it for a little bit. Oh yeah, these drawings here are pretty interesting. So it's definitely like a little corner, so you can post whatever whatever you feel interested in posting. So, all right, thank you for your support. And I'm trying to make the process, at least for submitting questions, a little bit easier. We'll see. I'm not sure if Spirit Social here makes any sense at the time. I mean, put your email in there like 30 times, but copy and paste either way. It's because it's already in there once, you don't need it twice. So I'll figure something out eventually. So yeah, I'll probably work on that. So as for, is there anything else? Let's see. As for the thing about the video about the guy thought his, well, no, not thought, but his guides ended to be demons. The way how you, at least from what, because I grew up, I guess because my father, he was like not in a good place. It feels like I got something from him, a nice visitor, dark entity. I released it in 2014. It was like, I mean, the entity itself was like a father because it's been stuck on me forever. So that's fun. But it was just supposed to be just waiting there. And of course, my spirit guide's completely useless. He ended up getting fired. I don't know why. This is what I don't understand about the spirit world. I mean, is it just like, here's a bunch of, I mean, it's a test, obviously. But it's like, does anybody care over there? Sometimes you wonder. And Ulysses, my spirit guide, he's not dark, but he's not exactly. I mean, we choose our spirit guide, so I guess we pick out crap. So I'm trying to forgive him. I've been forgiving him, and then sometimes I just take it back, screw off. So, I believe most people aren't going to deal with this. But some of us, like myself, dealt with it because it's good for me to know because others do go through it. So I believe a lot of it had to do with just knowing that it exists. So my experience when I had my awakening in 2011, I was listening to a YouTube video. It's back in 2011. Like what? Yeah, a long time ago now. I still remember it, but I saw that he can change spirit guides. Like, Ulysses is kind of useless, so I never liked him. We never got along. So it's like, oh, fire him, huh? How do I do that? So it's like, yeah, we've been butting heads forever. Now he's gone now, but so I didn't know what I was doing. But basically, you gotta be careful when you do that. So now your awareness that darkness exists. So at the time, I did not know that. I didn't know there's dark entities attached to me already during this process. I mean, I just have fun everywhere, basically. But apparently this thing's been around since I was a kid. So, and what happened was I saw they can get rid of your spirit guys. So, okay, I'll try that. So when I did that, put the intentions out, I think I connected to the angels. But anyways, I felt something attached to me. It's like, oh, so that's what it feels like. Oh, okay. Got myself a new guy. It was like from Romania. It was kind of quiet about what it was. I felt it was all right. Like, I don't know. It's like, shit, I don't know. I thought it was okay. And then I went to I was seeing a what do you call it? A hypnotist. So I went to the hypnotist, told her about, I got myself a new guide, and it's like, okay. And her guide said, don't let into anything dark. Well, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I didn't know it was dark until I was outside with the hypnotist talking to her. It was dark, and I heard this thing just start talking. Well, I'm not going to repeat what it said, but it was creepy. It felt like a creature. And it was even weirder. It felt like the voice came from it. Well, no, it did. The voice came from over here. It's like, what in the world is here? It's like, so I drove home. I didn't tell her. I didn't want to freak her out. I knew exactly what to do, which is interesting. I'm not sure how many people know what to do. So I just lit up white candles, laid down, turn off the lights. I feel better that way. And I just went into a meditation. So it tells you how powerful meditation is. Basically, you feel the dark entity, you ask the angels to heal it and take it away. This before I even connected to Michael and all. I just connected to white light and just removed it. And I felt, and it got rid of it. So, and it had to be through a meditation. I might have been able to do it some other way, but the meditation worked out just fine. She gave me a meditation to go through, so I just used that. So and it was, and of course her spirit guide told her about it later. I didn't want to freak her out at the time. It's like, and our spirit guide is kind of smart ass. So I told you not to do that. It's like, geez. But I tell you one thing. I learned a lot. I didn't know those things can do that. I didn't know that stuff even existed. Now, understand, I still have a dark thing connected to me. I have no idea about it. So, let's see. I don't have the exact date, but either way. Yeah, it was later on. But anyway, I'm kind of drifting off. But so I cleared that thing. So I was like, hey, I'm fine. Everything's great. Life is still taking, her spirit guide told me, I asked him, when are things going to pick up? I mean, what's the deal? So what she did was automatic writing. So she can pick right into her guide through email, whatever. That was usually the easiest way. And just told me that the universe wasn't ready for me yet. It's like, okay, this is 2011. It's like, I'll be doing things I would not ever. I have new talents I have not even utilized yet. I had no idea what I was talking about at the time. I was doing writing. I was talking, just writing projects. That would be where I'm going. And here I'm doing this now. So, that meditation, basically just a meditation, surround yourself with light, clear out your surround yourself with light, close your eyes, surround yourself with light, clear out your chakras, do some kind of grounding to surround yourself with light. Again, I recommend. And then where do you see like madness? Usually visualize darkness and just surround it with light and goodbye. It's usually ask for God, ask for whoever. And it's pretty well, it worked for me. I don't know if it worked for everybody else. So I think it was 2012 or 13, maybe 2013. Oh wait, no, yes, yeah, 2013, something like that. I got like it was something like that, and I found somebody online that got a reading from that person, and she told me some strange thing. Now we did like a text thing, so it's like I didn't feel comfortable talking to her on the phone. Something that, and she said that there are demons, there are dark souls trying to take over my soul. It's like, wow, that's really cheery. Thank you for telling me that. It's like, oh, that made me feel really good. Great. It's like, that was, and she had problems, I think, reading me also. I don't know. She just got kind of frustrated, kind of ended it early. Other way, it doesn't. After, I think it was 2012, something like that. It might have been around that time. Can't remember. Doesn't matter. After that reading, I got really sick out of nowhere. So this is what I'm talking about. Astral, you get sick from astral. I was so sick. I mentioned this before. I could not move. I mean, I can move, but very slowly. So whatever's attached to me got really upset because I'm getting closer to finding my true purpose. So, of course, when you're here to make an influence, some beings don't want you to do that. So I was super sick. I got those naked drinks, in the store, the naked, whatever they're called. And I just started chugging down those, and it was not pretty. I walked really slow. I have a Walmart not too far from me. I never thought I'd ever be at Walmart in walking distance, but I drove there uneasily. But I remember getting out of the car, just walking very slow. I couldn't believe it. So I drank those, took medicine. I slept. Was not pretty. Took about, a couple of days. I never take work off. I took work off about 3 days, I think. It was unbelievable. It was like I was almost dead. It's like, can these things really do that? Yeah, apparently. And it was like I said, it was right after that reading. It's like, there's no coincidence. It was right after that. Like the next day. Something like that. It was very close. I believe it was the next day. So, the date doesn't matter. So, going to 2014, I had I went to, was it Psychic Circle? People say I can do readings. It's like, okay. And then, check out what events exactly. Anyway, someone felt a dark entity there, and it was out to get me. I never felt anything like this before. Of course, my mentor at the time was kind of a charlatan, but anyways, American Indian kind of, he brings a lot of drama out of nothing. It's like really nice to the customers, but then he's like super drama queen. It's very strange, but anyway, kind of like a melodrama. He just told me it was narcissist to some degree. Doesn't matter. We do a psychic circle. We get messages, and some of them is trying to get me. And he kept telling you, never seen anything like this before. And there was a girl there also. This is what triggered it. So I was told the events are excellent. There's a girl also I was trying, talking with here and there. And I had a weird dream with her. And I was like, man, that's weird. It's like, here, it's like, we don't really talk that much. Or I had this weird, I texted him, I told him about it. It's like, what's going on with this? Or when I had a dream with her. Because basically it was trying, I guess this entity was trying to get me to like connect with her, but not in a healthy way. At least I wasn't doing anything. But having that dream was trying to get me in trouble is what I got. I didn't do anything, wasn't, but it was but the mentor saw that. So it's like, so what the fuck? So it was like trying to, destroy me basically. I think it was trying to kill me, actually, is my feeling on it. And he told me later on, it's like this thing, whatever it is around you is trying to and immediately when I think he sent me a text, immediately when he sent that, it's like there's something dark around you. And immediately when he sent that, I felt this thing, or it was over here. It was really creepy. So of course I'm at work. I wait till after work to get rid of it. I mean, right now I'm not hurting anybody, so I'm okay. Go about every day. I didn't really feel it. Well, I did feel something there that was not pleasant. But I didn't know what it was. It's like I didn't think anything of it. I mean, it was dark. It was like, It's like it wasn't talking to me or anything. Um, wasn't saying anything. So I did. Once again, I went home, did a meditation. I think he even gave me. I think he gave me candles. Also, I still have it. It's a pink candle. Yeah, I might as well show it. Yeah, I still have it. It's a pink candle. I don't know where you get these things. It was funny how I kept this my get rid of evil candle, if you want to call it that. It has a prayer on the back of it. I don't know how much you paid for it. It wasn't much, I guess. But it has you light it. I haven't lit it all the way through. I mean, it's still there, but you light it, you leave it burning for like an hour. But I think that was when we felt something was coming after me. Now, when I found out this thing was attached to me, I just used this and other white candles. This is a pink candle. What kind of candles is San ALEJO? San Angelo. So if you can see it. So it's funny how I still have it. I didn't really think about that. Sort of a relic. But so I used that. I believe I used that in other candles and just did a meditation again and released this sucker. It was weird. It wasn't talking to me. Unlike the little creature, it didn't talk to me. It just I knew it was there. And when I got rid of it, I just saw this being look at me. It was like a father to me. I mean, are you kidding me? A father being? I mean, it was very strange. So I felt he was attached. Basically, like I said, you surround yourself with light. You see darkness, you bring it to light. Now, I thought I got rid of all the darkness after getting rid of that thing. I had no idea this thing was, it tells you how tricky these things are. So you gotta be careful. They're very tricky. So they're just dark entities. They're souls like us. They just chose darkness over light. And the idea is consume light into dark. That's us. So a lot of people want to connect with only light, but realize also you're showing that you have a vulnerability to dark. So what are you going to do? You're going to attract dark entities. I mean, you just got, if you're neutral, it's like, okay, I can release these things. Yeah, no panic. You'd be all right. Think about a lot of these light people. They say, oh, I want to connect with positive. You wonder how many of them are carrying around things that are not so friendly. You'd be surprised. It's just putting it out there. You'd be surprised because you become naive and thinking, I don't have positive things around me, but yet you're a pain in the ass to be around sometimes. Very judgmental, then you're very judgmental. So yeah, it's a weird world we live in. These things are real. And once I got rid of this thing, I had friends to talk to from the psychic circle, told them about it. And my mentor is kind of like a Looney Tune. So my mentor has so many freaking problems. He's like self-obsessed. He's like a narcissist. So that was kind of a lost cause there. But of course, I told him I channeled aliens. Then go to, well, either way, super ego. It doesn't matter. All right, where we're going with all this, there's a little bit more to this. Okay, so I got rid of that sucker. And now I felt a lot better. Also, use sea salt for bathing also. I have a sea salt bars I get. They're a little bit pricey. Yeah, I can get them here for, it's $5 a bar. Yeah, they're not cheap, but it works. That's my only thing. I only use that. Sea salt bath is good. Sea salt bar, so far so good. I felt better after I used it. I've been using it ever since. I feel fine. So So, I forgot where else I was going to go with this. It's weird. But now you just know, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ulysses, the rogue guide I was going to go into. So with him, I never really got along with him. I was trying to get rid of him, because it was kind of difficult to add Native American around me. It's like, what was that problem? I guess I chose him. I chose a pain in the ass to put me through all this, I guess. So long story short, during, what's that, a couple years ago now? Yeah, about 2016. Yeah, was that what happened? Yeah, I was in a relationship that was not good. So I went out to see her, and I guess I shouldn't have did that. Well, I mean, it was fine, but the guide was not guiding me very well. So it kind of put me in a situation like he sucks. But anyway, no, nothing went. It just, she's in love with her dead boyfriend. I don't matter, and that's fine. It's like, and I gave her dead boyfriend kind of a not so friendly name, but either way, he was around me. Lucky, right? And Ulysses is around me, of course. So lucky me, right? Two beings. It's like, what is the spirit world doing? I don't know. I don't know if they're just stupid over there, or they're just they just want us to all just get the crap beat up, or it's just something I signed up for. Probably something I signed up for. Either way, so yeah, that relationship dissolved for the better. Probably should never. I guess probably should never know her, but either way, tried to help him, but he's the dead guy. He's a pain in the ass. So I don't see much good in him anyway. He can say he's good all he wants. I don't see it. And that's not just my perspective. I just don't see it. I mean, if you're going to commit suicide, and then you come to me like Mr. Smarty Pants. It's like, you're not good, dude. Just whatever. What happened is Apollo came through. I was at like the grocery store, and it's like, I'm Apollo. And he showed up. And I felt Ulysses and Captain Suicide here felt really aggravated. It's like, what are you doing here? First off, it's like, what are these little fuckers doing here? So I felt them both get really aggravated, and Ulysses got kicked over here, which is like good freaking riddance, about time. So he got fired, basically. It's like, how long has this been going on? Since 2011, trying to fire this guy. So firing guys, I'm not sure how you make it work, or they like halfway fire, then they come back. I don't know. It's different for everybody. So Apollo came through. Apollo's usually pretty quiet. I have Gabrielle here. Everything goes through her now. And Gabrielle, back in 2011, I'm driving my car. I'm having my awakening. I see this like woman up here next to me in my car. It's like, okay, like angelic energy, like an angel energy. It's like, I went to the psychic. It's like, okay, I know who it was, and I went to a psychic church, and they told me who she was. So they picked up right on herself's name. Her name was Gabrielle. So that was fascinating. So, but why she didn't kick his ass out, I don't know what the deal was. Apparently has some contract with, it was, either way, he's history, luckily. Yeah, he kind of screwed up. Apparently him and my ex-girlfriend, those two kind of have a sick relationship, and they can have each other. And I kind of got pulled into it from what I'm feeling. So it was just, the relationship was just junk from the start. Who hasn't had one of those? So, yeah, I was like, why do I even know this person? It's probably because I was picking up feelings from him going to her. So they can have each other. They can have their little threesome and just be some kind of not so friendly relationship. They can, Mr. Know-It-All that commits suicide. They can have each other. So, to give you an idea what I've been through, to know how these things work. Dark entities, demons do exist. Are they around priests and things of that sort? Probably, but there are a lot of others. For the most part, I believe most are fine. as for dark entities. But if you feel like I said, firing a guide, I don't have an answer to that. You go into meditation, you're fired. I guess some of us take it back, but I don't know. Ulysses got the boot, and I don't know what the spirit world's doing over there. I guess what he was doing was okay. He wasn't doing that bad of a job, but he kind of, because I went out and saw her, and she was kind of like, screw you. It's like, I could not freaking believe it. It's like, I got in debt, and I'm here seeing you, and you're pretty much giving me a finger over a dead guy. And that's fine. But it's like, what am I doing here? So, yeah, talk about a twisted, they can have each other. So, a lot of ways I'm glad it happened, because I got rid of Ulysses. About time. It's like, how do I get rid of this guy? It's like, I'm trying to make friends with him, and I still can't stand him. It's like, there's something wrong there. I mean, he can call me a pain in the ass, but I can do it anyway. So I'm glad he's gone. So far, everything's good. I don't really chew out my guides all that. Not really, just, life stuff, but not my guides in personally, no. So demons, yes, do exist. Does humanity, yeah, and they make this stuff, they put this stuff in movies. I mean, this is part of spiritually growing up. And it's a serious situation. And as we ascend, I mean, these things aren't anything to worry about. As long as you know you're fine, you'll be fine. Not to say, I wouldn't recommend going around connecting to lower energies, but sometimes they do appear and they have something to say. Sometimes, if you're okay with that, depending on what it is, like a reptilian, that's kind of a pain in the ass. Let's put it that way. There's nothing wrong with I mean, I feel myself as more of a neutral being than one that's just going to be all positive and all negative. I'm like in the middle, but I'm not saying I want people to go out and do bad things, but I'm not going to go around judging people either, as I get judged a lot from those that are super positive. We don't have positive beings around, but yeah, I have a dark entity attached to me, and I have no idea because I only see positive stuff. So you're seeing what you want to see. And even for Eric, like I mentioned Eric a while back, same thing. Are you seeing what's really going on there? So a lot of people aren't. They want to see only connect to positive beings. But then why am I sensing all this crap coming from them? So, and same with suicide guy over here that's connected to my ex-girlfriend, which I don't like talking about, but in these situations, might as well bring it up. Mr. Suicide here. Some people connect to him, oh, he's so positive. And other people, it's like, is this the devil or what? So I guess it is the devil. Well, it's not the devil, but he thinks he knows everything. He puts on this friendliness. It's all BS. He's super arrogant. I guess he's just going to stay in lower astral forever. And I don't think I have a long connection with him. He lied about that. Yeah, he lies all the time. He's just a piece of shit, basically. Yeah, I mean, he's not around me. I put a wall around him, but you never know who's around you. I mean, I make sure that so entities lie a lot, obviously. But, because I've been hit by so many low vibrations in the past, I think I have my idea of what to connect to and what not to connect to. Some people say I connect to lower energies or whatever. You might not like what's coming through. You might not agree with it. But that does not mean that it's bad. So, I don't know. The spiritual community at times can become very cliquey and just hypocritical, and that's why I don't deal with it. So whatever, I don't deal with it. I imagine others are the same way. So it's like, just go do your thing. Fine. Like this person's negative, this person's not negative. I'm getting to the point where it's like, connect to what you want to connect with, but everything serves a purpose. So somebody's connecting to, like they say, I connect to anything. I don't believe that, but whatever floats your boat. But there are others that probably do. And there's probably, I mean, as long as you're not getting harmed by it, do your thing. But I imagine there's benefits to everything. Well, dark, we will not learn. We need to learn. So we need everything. And it's a balance. It's like we only want females in charge and males to be, at home. Would you rather the balance of this we work together? And it's the same thing with light and dark. And it's not easy, obviously. It's always, I believe, always a struggle. Even in higher dimensions, I believe it's still a struggle there. Nothing's perfect. And like, I don't know if I mentioned, yeah, when Gabrielle came in, I mentioned this before. I used to go to goth club because I don't do the goth stuff, but I have a story I was working on that was like in the future. It was kind of gothy. I did not belong there at all, but I stopped going there. But when Gabrielle came in, I had this feeling of wanting to go back there. It's like, this is not me. I don't want to go there, but I feel like doing it. So it's connected to her negative energy. So it's like, these guys are from the other side. They're in Perfectville. But yeah, what the hell? So it's a battle. It's just like some people go on a shopping binge. I don't know why. It's your guides. Send it light. When you don't know what you're dealing with, it's hard to heal it. Like dark entities. Do you know that dark entities exist? Do you know that they speak? They're pretty much souls like us. They're consumed with darkness, and they lie, they cheat, they're very, they're all kinds of stuff. So I don't believe I allow those things to come in, but others, of course, said otherwise, and that's fine. But I have a pretty good understanding of how these guys work now, and I just don't have the intention to connect to anything like that. What is the better for humanity? Always a channel I bring in what is, a positive intention, positive connection. Obviously, some messages are watered down because there's not much the spirit world can do for us today. It's just like you can't hold your hand forever. So, but of course, I try to get somebody. But even with me, it's like maybe I'm shutting them down. It's like we got to learn on our own. So who knows? I don't always know what's going on there. I can't explain everything. There's always different paths you can connect with, different timelines. So the idea is to have a positive connection as for where we're heading, of course, and as for the channel beings that come through. So have a positive, your intentions are everything. As for like Ulysses, I've been trying to make it, sometimes I give him a jab. The only times because the things are tough is like, well, I mean, I signed him up for this. So probably thought I was going to get fired anyway. So, there's that. So everything like that dark entity, though, one thing, though, if it doesn't happen to you, how do you know anything about it? So not to say I recommend everybody connected to it, no, but the suckers are real. So anybody tells me I don't know what the hell I'm doing or where, I know exactly what the hell I'm doing. I know what's here. And I don't connect to like who's messing with what, or focus on my own life and do my own stuff. But we're here to graduate from the third dimension into a higher vibration. To do that is to know what's here, not to judge, to heal, to grow. And the third dimension, as you can tell after Super Bowl in Philadelphia, many are still children here, as you can tell. So connecting to aliens, they can't even connect to themselves. So there's a lot to learn here. But that's all right. That's what we're dealing with. It. You don't think after all this time, things would, well, I guess they're improving. I don't have all the answers. The Super Bowl, what they did in Philadelphia, you think if you lost, it'd destroy everything. But if you win, whatever. That's up to them. That's fine. I don't know if that was judgy, but I try not to be. But either way, there's still a youngster energy here. I think of it as more observation. There's a lot there to grow, to mature. And connecting to aliens, they can't even connect to their own vibration of their own power because they don't think they have any. Now this is part 2 of this video series. Been about 45 minutes, been a while. It doesn't tell me how long I've been recording, but now my main intention for the video was about How do you know if you're on a prison planet? Well, it's simple. Do we connect to any other worlds? Like, can we like get on this ship and go to Venus or Mars or anything like that? No. Well, others can. We can't. Well, think of it this way. Prisons. Aren't they normally out in the middle of nowhere where you can't go anywhere in case you do escape? I mean, we're technically in the middle of nowhere, right? Nobody, we're not, our culture does not recognize aliens at all, right? So we're in a neighborhood all by ourselves, in theory. So we are pretty much, we enter into this world, we're pretty much seen as scum, depending on how you want to look at it. Family unit sometimes is like that, and sometimes not. But basically, we're put on an economic ladder instantly, right? We are on the stock market, whatever, depending on who you connect with. So it's like we're barcoded with a social security number or wherever you get around the world. So it's like a prison number. It has its prison, like, you have to go to school. I mean, there's nothing wrong with school, but there's more indoctrination into the society. Like, you come into this world, we're not going to make it easy. And as the reptilian Anunnaki beings here to just show us that, if you're going to be here, you have to be here under our manipulation, our rules. And then when you start to reach out to other places, obviously they're going to say that's a no-no. And the media is to keep us in this prison mentality. Movies, and sometimes movies, I think, go outside that at times. Of course, they are talking about a lot of aliens, even through the comics. Still alien stuff there. So they are kind of giving us glimpses of our rulers. And so the idea is to realize what's going on. And it is a prison mentality when you think about it. Oh, that's life. Well, yeah, they took away the bars. And they don't call you a slave, even if you do live like one. So, but I mean, some people do grow as a slave, and a lot of us are. But, at a time, we're all going to eventually graduate out of that. And some of us, which is great, some are going into more of the fourth and fifth dimension, either living off the government or whatever it might be, or just consciously connecting more, which is good. And some of us, like myself, still have to be a prison inmate, helping others escape. That's the way I see myself. I'm helping others escape the prison, basically. That's what this is all about. I'm just helping others escape. I'm going to say I have to stay here to be a prisoner. That's all right, because it feels good letting others leave. I'm trying to leave too, but I'm going into a different direction, hopefully this year. We'll see. But as you escape, though, you're connecting more, your astral, you're doing more here as for assisting us in our ascension process. The more of us activate our light, the more of us are seen, and the dark becomes more and more scared. As people awaken, they feel like a dark force around them. Well, yeah, because they're trying to knock you out. They're trying to scare you out of it. It won't work normally. It just shows you're going the right direction. So it's we're going beyond, like what David Icke mentioned about, give a lot to David Icke. He brought up reptilians. Yeah, but it's only a small part of it, but still it's part of the process. The reason you don't see it, the aliens here that are controlling us, is like, why would you want the peasants to see who's running the show? Why would you? We're just, what are we? We don't matter. Well, we do, but we don't. They can't kill us. Well, they try to. Well, sort of. But it depends. For the most part, they can't. Unless you're a president, like signing off on money. That's different. If you're just like Federal Reserve, it's like, we're shutting that down. It's like, your wife expects, I can't say it. I'm still kind of Either way, your life, the longevity of your life kind of just shrunk right there. So, but as for where we're going is more, fourth dimension. As for third dimensional mentality, they're going to say, no, this is real. I don't see anything. Yeah, you have demons, you have angels, You have all these things around you. You can see it in meditation. Just let go of all the BS of third dimension. It's up to you. Yeah, that's a little bit hard for others to pick up on, but that's fine. After your generation goes away, the others, over time, each generation will become more spiritual. So that's fine. If you don't believe in this, that's fine. After your generation, those might, but it becomes more and more likely with each generation that you connect more to your abilities. We do have power. We all do. If you say you have no power, you're a great slave. And the Illuminati, love you. If you have no power, you have no psychic abilities, you have nothing, they love you because you are a puppet to them and they enjoy it. They indulge in that ego. So if you feel like you have no power, you are an excellent citizen. You don't believe in God, you don't believe in yourself, you are just a poster boy of mind control, and they love you. So they might reward you, probably not. They reward you with your ego. That's about it. So I think we're all part of, if your intentions is to bring a positives to yourself and to humanity, for ascension, what is wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. So if anyone calls you negative, that's their deal. That's their issue. They got problems of their own they have to resolve. That's fine. Because I don't want to be like that. Of course, I'm not always going to agree with everyone. But then again, I'm kind of let go of all that too. It's like, you know what? Screw it. The being saying is like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's like, I'm not sure if I agree with, but say what you got to say. It's helping somebody. That's what matters. Well, usually it is. If it's telling you that the world is coming to an end, I would be careful of that. Yeah, that's manipulation. That's not good. But even, the beings that come through also are going through their stuff also. So what kind of conspiracy theory you wanted to invent, that's fine. And they do call spirituality, they don't want you to connect to yourself. So I call spirituality as a conspiracy. But your soul is not a conspiracy. Your body, is the car. And you're just driving the car. This is just temporary. So if you're not at the weight you want to be, it's just temporary. So this life is temporary, but still it has a lot of meaning to it. And find your own meaning. Yep, that's what matters. Believe what you want to believe. Yeah. If it makes you happy, go for it. The watermelon people, if you want to believe in that, go for it. I think they exist, actually. They had a thing on a video about anyway, but either way, everything exists somewhere. And this is how we're going to grow. It takes time. Nobody's perfect, obviously. Some of us have been tested quite a bit. I know I felt that. So the charge, you can say, for a better world, of course, it's not going to be fast because most of the humanity is still asleep and unwilling. So the other generations, it might not be the next generation coming up. It might be 4 or 5 generations on the road of more connecting to yourself, your chakras, your abilities, and just no longer being just a myth. Elementals all exist. Everything, our technology is alien. They say aliens don't exist, but yet we use their technologies. Well, of course, they're not going to say, oh, this alien gave it to you. No, it is downloaded, but it is alien technology, and there are no coincidences. And I believe we're going to a more positive world, for sure. Just one step at a time. So, all right. Want to put that out there. Hopefully that cleared up. I don't have all the answers about demon guides, but send them light. Yes, candle and meditation. Bring light to yourself. It doesn't hurt. Meditation is very powerful, though. Some say meditate 20 minutes a day. Well, never know. So, always to do a little bit, always. Even though I don't do it as much as I should, but I use it to clear out low energies, yes, low blockages, if there's anything low energy around me, I use meditation for that. So, all right, blessings, and share your light. Which one? And have a great night.